streaming and see what happens.
Oh, I have a neat thing I can help you out with. On mine, I have YouTube, Twitch, pretty much anything I could possibly
Okay,
stream with
looks like it's up. I can see it. I can see it on the YouTubes.
in different accounts and stuff.
Uh huh.
So you can actually make a new profile on OBS, and then that profile will be you can make different settings and a different stream key. So I have my Beam, my Twitch, YouTube, so I don't have to actually change it. I can just
Okay. Can you see the? Can you see now? Because on my dashboard, it looks like it's live. Everything's live,
okay. Let me refresh.
and it's just Prison Architect showing. I just don't know how to get the.
Yeah, it's up here.
Yeah, I'm not in the game right now, so it's just showing that. And the weird thing is, every time I move my cursor, it's wherever my cursor is on the other screen. It's not where it's actually in the game. Ah, okay. What does it sound like?
Well, let me check my own voice. It well, I can hear you really good. Let me I'm gonna start talking here. Yeah, I sound fine.
Okay, because you sound fine in the headset and everything. The levels look like they're going okay.
Yeah, me and you sound like
So can you not
excellently.
hear the game at all? It's a lot of background noise. It's not a whole lot of um.
Yeah, I don't hear the game at all.
Yeah, see, that's weird.
But I didn't know if since you're out of the game.
All right, let me go back in the game. Okay, so I'm in the game now. That's the
I can hear the game.
you can.
Yeah,
All right, do I
it's
need to turn it down?
definitely.
Well, yeah, I do need to turn it down.
Yeah, it's really loud.
Okay, is this better? Better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I probably need to turn it down further because it's all coming through the same audio source. It's a little bit harder for me to hear you.
Right.
Um, I mean, I can still hear you. All right, so this is my prison. I already did a video on this, so I really don't
Uh-huh.
want to go into it too in depth. But I wanted to have a place to work to start from. So this is my prison. I call this the farm because
Okay.
I'm just using it to make money. As you can see, I have over $2 million, and probably if I sell valuation, I get over $3 million. And what you do is you sell a prison, and the money carries forward to pay for whatever prison you're doing next. But that's not what I want to do here. I don't want to do that just yet because this is a learning experience for you and for a lot of folks.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is oh yeah, also you gotta keep an eye on the chat because I'm full screen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here looking at chat.
Okay. I doubt anybody's gonna show up, but who knows? All right. So what I want to do is I want to create a new prison, and we're starting from scratch.
All right.
Okay.
So this big old prison you got here, we're not gonna be looking at.
We're I mean that's still saved, so I
Yeah.
mean I can always go to it, but we're gonna start a new prison, and we're gonna start small.
Mhm.
Fog of War on. Now when you first
Okay.
start, you kind of want to turn the Fog of War is on, but you want it off when you first start
Okay. What is
because
fog of war?
Fog of War is like, have you ever played RTS?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like
you
how
mean like in like Far Cry 3 to where things are blocked out and
yeah, if
until you go there?
any areas where you are not is
Hmm.
blocked out. But see, here's the
Okay.
thing. In this game, anywhere where you have a member of your staff, like a security staff or somewhere like that, or when you upgrade the cameras, you can see. But
Hmm.
until then, you can't see what's happening in there. So you can hear, you get notifications that something is popping off, but you don't necessarily know what's happening until a member of your security staff gets there.
Hmm.
It makes the game a little bit
Okay.
harder because you never know what they're doing. I mean, they could be in there fighting, they could be smuggling, they could be tunneling out. Like you never really know when they're tunneling out though. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
Right.
I'm gonna generate forests because in the beginning you can sell off the logs when they cut the trees down to actually build your place. So it gives you a little bit of money in the beginning.
Hmm.
I'm gonna skip lakes. I'm gonna skip buildings. Failure conditions. I'm gonna keep on. Um, Basically, what happens is if like a bunch of riots or a whole bunch of deaths or a whole bunch of escapes and stuff like that, if any of those things happen, then the mayor or somebody will show up and be like, "Look, you got 48 hours, and if you have this many deaths or this many riots, or if you keep losing money, then you lose."
Hmm.
It's never really happened to me. I got close on deaths once, but also if you invest your money into the lawyer can fight the lawyer can fight the failure conditions.
Okay.
Okay, gangs. I'm gonna turn gangs on. Now, in the beginning, I'm really going to take a bunch of low risk people. Because low risk people, they're less likely to pop off, even though they will kill like snitches and ex prison guards, ex cops, things of that nature. They will kill them if you leave them alone. They will kill them.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna start with low risk, but eventually I'm gonna move into higher risk. And the higher risk you go, especially with the maximum prisoners, then you have the risk of bringing in a gang leader. The gang leader can he can recruit people to the cause and make the gang absolutely intolerable.
Hmm.
Events, just random things, just happen. I'm gonna skip off of the weather and the temperature. It just doesn't bother me at all. It's just not something that I really care about. Staff needs, um, yeah, it's I
Makes it more
think
like
I
The Sims.
yeah, well, no, it just makes it so that they need a place to rest, and they just added in a recent the most recent patch that you need to feed your staff and stuff like that. I have not played with that yet, so I'm gonna keep it off now. But you can turn some of this stuff on later. So once I got a prison up, then I will go and I will deal with that. But for now, we're gonna keep that off. But I am gonna turn events on. Um, and then I'm of course unlimited funds and tools and cheats. I don't really want to do. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm well to explain the gang stuff further. I'm gonna exit out of this and then we'll start over. All right, so I'm gonna exit out of this.
Okay.
All right, for the gang stuff, you go to intelligence and then you go to gangs, and you can see all of the colored circles are in the if they inhabit a cell, it changes colors, and you can see who has the gang leader in the prison.
The green is
Right.
people. What's blue and red?
No, there's those are three different gangs, but
Oh, okay.
the green is the ones that actually has the this guy. Now here the problem with having a gang leader in the gang leader does not actually do the bad stuff, but he usually has a whole bunch of traits attached to him where he himself will just kick off. And if you arrest him and put him in solitary, then the
So,
whole gang will kick off.
so there's two people in red gang. Red gang are basically in that one cell, but we're gonna start a gang. Me and you.
Right, right.
We're gonna
Um,
go.
well,
And they're the ones
actually, no.
that's they're the only ones that's killed somebody.
There's one person in here. The other one is there, but these are bunk beds. So he's
Okay.
down there, but he's in there with members of the Green. All right,
Okay.
pause for a second because so and then the gangs can take over territories like
Hmm.
common territories. They can take over security. They can take care of. This is my yard. I like to keep my yards indoors and in the center of the prison.
Hmm.
So this is my yard because what happens is you can people can throw stuff into your yard if it's close to the outside.
Oh, okay.
So so to keep the contraband down, that's how you do. And then they can take over a common room. What happens is when they get some free time, you'll see one of the lieutenants. See, this is the big guy. He has the big rings, and these are like lieutenants of his. And they will meet with a group of the gang members, and then they will go into like the common room and hang out, and they'll take their shirts off so you see all their tattoos and shit, and they'll try to take over this area. If they take over this area, then they if they take over this area, then people can't come in there without paying them, and that's where the money comes in.
Uh huh.
So you can see I have a lot of guards stationed in here just to keep that from happening. But yeah, you can see that they can load up 47 people in here to try to take this over. But but I have my guards here and here so that when something kicks off, I got a lot of guards near to tase the shit out of them. So yeah. So but
So
we'll
do
get
you,
to the
since you like stuff like this, do you like other survival type games? Since you like management and things like that.
I I was interested in Ark. I
Mm-hmm.
really was, and I haven't played very many of them. But I was interested in Ark. But this guy that I knew that I was watching, he tried to play Ark, and until he got down with a crew and was on like their server and stuff like that, he had such the hardest time. He just kept losing all of his things, and
Right.
it just turned out not to be a fun experience. And
Right. But I
I'm
think
in
that's
this
how
for
that's.
fun.
I think that's how that game or games like that are meant to be played. Like nobody. It's just like you can bring up the example of that everybody can relate to, which is Call of Duty. It's like it's a lot more fun, even if you're not that good, to go in there with a whole group of your friends. Even if you're not really winning, you're still having fun because you're with your friends. But
Right.
if you go in there by yourself and you're not good, you're not going to have a good time because you're not winning and you don't have anybody to hang out with. So I I think it would be really fun if I actually had like a group and I was like hanging out. Like
Mm-hmm.
it seems like a game to where the basic of the game is hanging out with your friends
Right.
and going and doing stuff. So that does seem enticing, but I don't know. Like it's almost like this gamble on. I mean, there's games I got before to where it seemed like I got the division and I haven't really played with anybody really, and people were playing
Oh,
it. So
the division is much better with people. You have it on PlayStation though, don't you?
yeah, yeah, because I got it super cheap. But
If you get an Xbox One, let me know. I have the base game. I don't have the DLC, even though I've considered it a few times.
yeah,
But if you get it, holla at your boy.
okay. Well, yeah, my point being was that there's always a gamble on getting a multiplayer game. You might all of a sudden get something and you're always playing all the time. That's one of the main reasons I was playing Destiny a lot. Not because I mean, I did enjoy the game, but it's not. I didn't enjoy the game 500 hours worth. Most of that was because I was hanging out with friends.
Right. Yeah. All right. So we ready to start a new prison?
Yeah.
All right. So create new prison. Let's gangs events and oh, in someone's talking to you.
Oh, you're good.
You can switch now between a women's prison and a men's prison.
Well, I was about to ask you that. Like, is there a difference other than them being men and women? Like, I've heard in real life
Yes.
that the women's prison is hardcore. You know.
Well, here's the thing. You don't get as many prisoners that kick off, but you also have to do extra stuff for a women's prison. You have to have family cells for women with children.
Ah, that makes
So
sense.
so you don't necessarily want to build a women's prison to start off with because it's going to cost more money
Hmm.
because you have to make special cells for them. So that's when you want to build up a prison, build up a little bit of money, and then sell it to start a new prison, or cheat and do the unlimited funds, just to learn how to play it. But you have to have special stuff for them, with the family cells that you don't necessarily need. They need a playroom, and they need family cells, and then they need a room which is basically it serves as their where they eat,
Hmm.
like the canteen type thing, but it's their own separate one from your normal canteen, with like play mats and cribs for the babies to go while they're eating and stuff like that. So you have to do a little bit of extra stuff for them. And that
Yeah.
makes it makes it a little bit more difficult, especially when you start thinking about um, uh, uh, different levels as far as
Hmm.
the um, the low, medium, and high security, and then also if one of them turns out to have one of those traits that you need to be able to understand and defend against, like if one of them is like an ex prison guard, and you put her in that room with a bunch of people who are not, if you leave them alone, they will kill her.
Hmm. Okay.
So yeah, see, they have a lot of traits. There's a lot of different little traits. Go to informants here, and it tells you this is like all of their traits. And you can hire CIs, and your CIs, depending on their range, will be able to tell you what's actually happening. You can also do tap the phones and tap the visitation booths. Like you can there's a normal visitation, but the normal visitation gets you high contraband because people will give them stuff. People will give them stuff, and it ends up being a big problem. So you eventually, when you got the money, you want the booths. You don't want a regular visitation because this keeps stuff,
Okay.
because they can get drugs and all kinds of stuff. And you can see I have two informants here, and you hover over them, it tells you where it basically centers them on the screen.
Hmm.
And they both have 100% coverage because they've probably been here for a long ass time. And they when see, like right here, that person has question marks. If I activate one of these, would the guards will go grab him, take him to the security station, and he will tell them everything that they know. See, like this guy right here is in danger. The snitch,
Uh-huh.
I don't have a protective custody. I just been letting them die. But well, it's pretty covered. But like snitches, ex prison guards, ex cops, and stuff like that. They If you leave them alone, they will get killed. And most likely, when that snitch goes into here, this is the shower because it's shower time.
Hmm.
It's quite possibly going to kick off. There's a guard here, but if his back is turned, they will try to get him.
Hmm. Is there something going on right now?
No, they're just showering.
Oh, okay.
And some of them, they take their shirts off when they go to shower. You can see that guy's a gang member because he has the tattoos, and they're just waiting for the shower time to be over. But I think because I have this guard stationed in the showers, they won't kick off. But if something happens and he went to rest or something like that, they will definitely try to kill the snitch. Definitely.
There's some pretty big old dudes in there.
Yeah. And all of the guys who are in the dark maroon,
Uh huh.
they all killed somebody. So those are supermax. A lot of times you want to keep your supermax away, but a lot of my supermax are supermax because they killed snitches and ex prison guards and stuff like that. So and then this guy, he's a prison leader, but he's also legendary. So you can see he has a bunch of those traits.
Uh huh.
Legendary prisoners just have a bunch of those traits. So he's extremely strong. So he can basically one punch knock out a guard or somebody he got beef with. He's stoical, so he's not. So he doesn't get bothered by. Well, actually, let's click on him and see. So he's legendary. He hits
Mm-hmm.
harder with each punch. He will not be suppressed when locked in solitary. He doesn't care enough. He doesn't get bothered by having armed guards, and he's less likely to surrender. So you might have to shoot his ass. He's fast. He's a fast runner, and he's a gang member, even though he's the gang leader. Um, yeah, and then it tells you what he's in for and all this stuff. Like,
And he's pretty small too.
yeah, he's pretty small, but he's very, very smart.
Hmm.
Very smart. And do not just do not just do it based off of their size, because shit will pop off and you'd be like, what happened? It'd be that little dude that's an instigator that just started a damn riot for no damn reason. All right, all right. So actually can create the prison this time. All right,
Okay.
gangs, events, and we'll start small. Play. So it's gonna load. It's gonna load a new prison whenever it loads. It's not loading. Where's the screen? Okay, that's weird. It didn't actually load. What the hell just happened?
Well, that's been Scarcasm live on YouTube. So see you guys. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
What the hell just happened? I can't. I don't see anything. Okay, let's try this again.
Yes, it's just like a black screen. Well, I see the
Yeah,
shower and like the clock and stuff.
yeah. I don't know. That's just weird. All right, let's try again. Gangs, events, play. I'll just use the standard warden. Different wardens gives you different benefits. I'll just use the standard one for this one. Okay, it's not actually loading.
Hmm.
What just happened? I don't know what happened. Crap sticks. Did I do something wrong? I'm just gonna change one of the settings and see what happens. Yeah, it's still black. It didn't actually load the prison. Looks like I'm gonna have to start over. And I'm just gonna have to exit. Oh, this blows.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It. Well, we could just. You could load back your other one and then keep talking about that one for right now. If it don't want to work, create a new one.
Okay, so that one works. I wanted to start a new one because this doesn't help you that much when you're
Right.
when you want to when you're in a situation where you want to or you're being forced to learn the game. Um, There it is.
You
Okay.
got it?
Yep. When you start off, you have a bunch of these are your builders. They build stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives you a little bit of materials. It only gives you 30K. All right. So, how do you get started? Well, one of the first things you want to do is go to your report screen, go to grants, because grants gives you a really good idea of how to of where to start and what to build. So you start off with basic detention center, and then the administration center, and they give you an advance payment. And when like see this is 30,000, but it gives you 20 up front, and then once you finish it, it gives you 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you start off with both of those. And then the basic detention center is just the basic stuff that you're going to need in order to start this thing. So, how do you do it? Now, you can do the planning tool. And sometimes I use the planning tool, sometimes I just kind of wing it. I'm pretty much going to wing it here.
Mm-hmm.
But when you use the planning tool, like you can plan out like, okay, so this is going to be my entryway. I'm gonna make a hallway, a two wide hallway that pretty much runs down, and then everything's gonna work off of that. You can, it's like it's really kind of like you're you're an architect basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you can change stuff. So I'm gonna start there, and I'm gonna build off of this. Cool, cool. All
Cool.
right. So and I probably should have centered this more. And since I'm on a small map, I don't have a whole lot of room. But when you get higher level, when you start being able to go to the bureaucracy tab and be able to unlock more stuff, that you'll be able to unlock the ability to buy more land all the way around.
What if you decided to? Could you decide to not build a prison and just build like a county jail and just have like 4 or 5 prisoners?
You can have as many prisoners as you want.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to foundations, and I'm gonna build from concrete, because whenever I do concrete, I'm gonna build that, and then I'm gonna build this hallway. So, and then I'm gonna unpause it, and then I'm gonna let them get on with it. I have auto lights on. Some people don't like having the auto lights on, but it saves me from having to do the shit later. So
Mm.
I'm gonna speed it up, because what we're going to do, this is going to be kind of more or less my intake. When they first show up, they're going to bring the prisoners in here, and they're going to search them before they go into prison, because they can show up with stuff.
Right.
Okay, and then also, so this will not. It will not actually build. Even when they build the foundation, it will not build until you add a door. So I'm going to add a large jail door, and I'm going to add one. Oh, I can't add it there yet. So I'm going to put one right there. Is that centered? Looks like. So I'm going to put
I
one
don't
there.
see it quite yet. I'll let you know in a second.
Okay. So when they finish the foundation and knock down all of the trees, oh, I need to put a what you call it? What's it called? Exports. So they'll send off all of those logs they're picking up.
Okay. We're just leaving logs in the middle of the.
Yeah, but they will pick them up and take them to exports. Um, and you see the room actually built itself. And when they finish that, because there's a door on the place, it should build itself. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
there it is. There it is for me. It may take a second for you. So I'm going to preemptively put another jail door here. Okay. and so I need to define this room. Um, and this is going to be reception. Now, it also tells you what you need. So, in order for this to be a real reception, I'm going to need an office desk, a table, and a chair.
Hmm.
The console version is really good about just locking it down to what you actually need when you
Hmm.
hover over a room. This one, I think the PC version is better because it has this up all the time, so you always have an idea what's going to happen. Oh, I need to go and turn my intake off.
Does the console version have a cursor or is
Yes, it's a cursor.
okay?
But the console version also has way more predefined buildings under quick build.
Hmm.
Just to make it easier on the console players because they don't have the dexterity, I guess you could say, that the now. And I'm going to build a utility room. I'm just going to use the quick build because it makes more sense to use a quick build than to do all of
So
that.
the PC version is better.
Yes, I think so because it has more. The PC version has
Can I take you
easier
saying the PC version is better out of context and put it in a soundboard?
if you want to. So the PC version is better. It's better because you have easier access to your information. With the to-do list on the side, you always have access to your information. Which which
Yeah, I
which
can't. I just can't see. I mean, there's certain games that you can adapt to a console just
uh
because of the gamepad. Like, and there's certain games that are better on a console because of the gamepad, like platformers and fighting games and racing games. But games like this, I just can't see how they can be as good or as in depth
Oh no,
on
make
the
no mistake,
console.
the console version really does work.
Hmm.
It really does work and it works well. Um,
Well, I'm not saying that. Like, I mean, as it's not going to be as equal.
right.
Like any sort of like RTS thing
No,
like
but it
this.
it it,
I
it
just
I don't think they are that comparable, but they it also works pretty decently well. All right, so I'm gonna go into the materials. One thing I want to do is I want to fence this whole thing in. Now you can't build on the outermost tile, so I'm just gonna go around the whole area from here and build a fence because
hold on. I will be right back.
okay, I'll build this and then you know
And I have returned.
okay. So I'm gonna stay with concrete, even though the what you call it building the quick building that I did build it in brick. That
Hmm.
sucks. But so the the console version does have a quick build of the holding cell because I'm
Hmm.
gonna start building the stuff that's on this list. So so I'm gonna build a holding cell. Let's see, what should I put? Oh, also I know I need some offices. Do I have an office here? Yes, then I don't have to worry about building. So I'm gonna build my offices here. Yep, I'm gonna build an office here. Because I need to hire a warden because the warden unlocks some stuff for me. You can build. There's different ways that you can build. You know what? I can actually build the warden back here. Why not? You can build you can build the stuff all out in the open, or you can build all of the stuff in as one building. I'll do a little bit of both here. So actually, I'm gonna make the office building a separate building. So I'm gonna
So the office would actually be a separate building than the prisoners.
yes, but it's all in the fence now because they're building the fence.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna build that, and then I'm gonna turn around and I'm going to build that because once that office is built, I can hire a warden, and the warden because it needs me to build two offices, hire a warden, and then unlock finance, and then I can hire an accountant.
You know, it'd be a really cool simulator similar to this would be like like I don't know. It reminded me of that how you have the big hallway kind of and the lights flashing reminded me. That would be actually pretty cool.
It did, you cut out. I didn't hear what you actually were talking about.
Like it would be cool if the developers of this game made like an airport simulator. Like
There is a game that's in early access right now called Sim Airport,
hmm
and it's still in early access, so there's some bugs, but it's very like Prison Architect, very
yeah.
much so. All right, so this is the power. This my power station is here. When
hmm
you're done, you probably need more than one power station. But for right now, I'm going to build this one. I mean, I'm just going to keep this one, and you have to supply the power and water to everywhere. So I'm just going to build the power out to here, and now the lights will turn on as soon as the power is connected. And you have to keep an eye on how much power you're using. You can build capacitors to increase your power, and this meter goes up depending on how much stuff you have connected.
Okay.
All right. So also, I think what I'm gonna need the double door down here since I'm gonna do partial. I'm gonna put two doors just so I can make sure that I can that they can access this for now. So they don't have to go all the way out and around in order to get to the stuff back here. And my what happened with the offices? Huh, that's weird. Oh, they haven't finished delivering the stuff yet. Um, but I also need to supply them with power so that their lights work. So you just go to utilities and then electrical cable, and then just build a cable from here and then go over to the room. A lot the lights and stuff like that don't need to be direct connected, so all you have to do is just make sure that there's a cable close enough to it in the room. All right, so let's build some stuff. I need a holding cell, but I need to not have my holding cell right there. But
As
I'm gonna build it there anyway.
as simple as this game looks, it's actually
Yeah, it's
if you
really
just look at like a screenshot, you'd be like, man, this is you know
yeah.
like a cartoon. But then when you're explaining it, it's like,
Yeah, it's a what I like about it is it's a lot of systems,
uh-huh.
and and it's the same kind of things that I like about city builders is the same reason why I like a game like this. I'll just put the door back there.
it's it's funny how like on my stream I'm playing a JRPG, which is a niche um genre, and then on your stream you're playing like these builders, which is also a niche genre, but they're completely different. But there's it's like we're both into niches, but there's completely different niches.
Yeah. Oh man, I tore out the wall. I wanted to keep the wall, but oh well. I gotta build that wall back. And I'm not going. I could be, but I'm not really going for like an ultimate like perfection. Like it has to look good. It has to, all this other stuff. I want this to be functional. So
Hmm.
so I need to build a holding cell. So I'm going
So what I
to,
was talking about with design is something that follows function.
yeah. Now I think this light needs a, it needs a cable to be closer to it. So I just build a little piece. Just build a little piece across here. I'm gonna need that anyway later for when I have automatic door openers. So all right. So what does a holding cell need? It needs to be enclosed. I don't know why it's saying it's not enclosed because it totally is enclosed by walls and
It
doors.
needs to have plenty of sharp objects.
Yeah. Let me see. Close the door. It won't close the door because it's what you call it. Maybe that wall piece is out also. Is the wall piece out there? Yep, that's what it is. Okay.
Is death row in this game?
Yes, my death row is way at the top in the other prison. All right, so this thing needs, you need just a toilet and a bench, but you can basically hack the system with the holding cell, and when you go to objects, if you go to like the holding cell, you see it highlights all of the stuff you can put in it. So
Does this? You know how Broforce has like fictional versions of like Chuck Norris and stuff? Does this
uh-huh.
game have like fictional versions of like real serial killers and stuff?
No, it has actual people. When they were in early access, you could, if you bought a certain level
Uh
of the game, they let you put your own, they let you put yourself in the game.
huh. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a wall in between here. I'm not going to close it off though, because if you close it off and put a door in the front, it pretty much makes it a different room. So I don't want to do that. What I want to do is just go back to the objects. I need to put a bench. I'll probably end up with multiple benches, but for now, just one is fine. And then I want to build bunk beds. Now, the problem with bunk beds is they cost $300 more than a regular bed.
Uh huh.
But this is going to make it so that I can have a pretty decent turnout for my first go round.
Well, you can have with a bunk bed. You can have you know double the
Yeah,
prisoners with
yeah,
the space of one bed.
right.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
eventually I'll add more beds, but for now this is just, I'm just gonna do it like that. And you can see I got the holding cell taken care of. So now I need a shower. So I'm just gonna put the shower right here. And I don't have a quick build shower. I don't think I need to add a mod where it adds more quick build rooms. That
Hmm.
would be nice.
Also,
Uh,
this game does have mods. That was
yes, you do. You
interesting
do have
too.
mods. Um, so go here. Is that big enough for a shower? Yeah, I won't make it so big. All right, and then for the shower, you don't necessarily need a like security door. You can just put a regular door on it. So what they do is they build the foundation, and if you have a door on it, then the room will automatically build. Okay, so I need to make this. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit because I don't want to lose too much money while I'm actually building. All right, so I need to get I need to get a water pipe, a large pipe down this hallway. Now, the problem with a large pipe is a large pipe they can tunnel out of. All right, so I'm gonna bring the large pipe down here, and then the small pipe doesn't go very far, but it's a I'm just gonna do the small pipe around the room and then put the showers on the outsides. But I'm also making sure that I have for these toilets because they need water also. But if I'm not careful, and if I don't get dogs as soon as I can afford them, they are going to be able to tunnel out of these toilets and go down or go to the water pipe and get out faster.
Hmm.
Let's go to objects. I need the shower heads. So luckily for me, you can click and drag. It's a whole lot easier. I like that you can click and drag and you don't have to place each individual one because that would be a total pain in the ass. Okay, and you also need to designate the room. So I'm going to go to room. This thing has never been in order. I really wish it was in order. It will make everything easier to find. So do a shower, and then it's going to tell you that it doesn't have shower heads yet because they're all building the water pipes. Let me speed this back up. So they're all building the water pipes, and now since it has a shower head, it's an actual shower now. But in order to make sure that you don't actually like have water spilling onto your hallway, you need to put some drains in. And I will help them out a little bit by putting a bench. Well, huh. I'll put two benches in because sometimes when you have shower time, some people don't need it, so they won't do they won't do anything in the shower, so they'll just be kind of standing at the door waiting for shower time to be over with. Or if they get bored, of course they will kill somebody.
Is there any power violence? If you know what I mean, in the
Huh?
shower.
Oh
Is
no.
there? Okay.
No, there's none of that. Just regular old fashioned violence. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to build a yard. Well, actually, you know what? I should build my kitchen and canteen. So I don't think I have a quick build. Oh, I do have a quick build kitchen and canteen. I'm just going to use the quick build versions. So this is my kitchen, and I'm going to rotate this down. And I don't really want it like that, but I can move stuff around later. So I'll build the kitchen, and then I'm going to build the canteen, which I forgot it has those doors on the back that I need to take out. And actually, I need to rotate this, and then I'm just going to change the doors once it's built. All right, so I'm quick building this shit because it's a little bit easier to just quick build it and call it a day. Okay, so my offices are done, so I'm going to go to staff and I'm going to hire a warden. And the warden's just going to go to his office. And because I have a warden now and he has an office, I can go to bureaucracy. This is where the warden is in charge of all of this stuff. So I'm gonna do finance, maintenance, health, psychology, security, prison policy, all of this stuff you need. So I'm just gonna queue it all up and pay for it now, so I don't have to worry about paying for it later. Only thing that I'm not worried about is the legal, because you don't really need him until later, and especially until you're ready to do like death row and stuff like that, because when you unlock them, they unlock they branch out and they unlock other stuff that you can do. So like the finance is what I need for right now, but once she's unlocked, then I can pay for land expansion, extra grant where I can have three grants instead of just two, a bank loan, a tax relief, and then I could actually do an offshore tax haven, which lowers how much I'm spending in taxes. Micromanagement just gives you access to more stuff to, you know, you can deal with your logistics and all of that other stuff. It unlocks this stuff right here. And logistics you're going to need when it's time to do. Is she finished already? Yep, she's finished. Let's see, staff. Now I can hire an accountant. And that grant's done. I just got 5Gs. So now I can pick up another grant. I may not be able to finish it just yet. This one, the education one takes forever to do. So don't do the education one. Even though it gives you a decent amount of money, it takes absolutely forever to do.
So
Um,
since you're really into things like this in games, does that go over into your regular life to where you would want to do something like as of like managing, basically doing this in real life?
I manage a storage facility.
Well, I mean, the managing like building site.
No, I don't think I would ever want to be responsible for managing building sites. That's not what's hot on these streets. I don't think I would ever really. I don't think I would ever really want to do that. Oh man, I didn't put enough
Well,
space
I was
there.
just wondering because like someone who isn't into micromanaging and all this is just something that someone that you have to already kind of have a knack for managing things to in what's the word, like what
You
is
have
the
you
word?
you have to care about this shit in order to want to play something like this. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, the word I'm looking for is like when you're multitasking, you have to be good at multitasking, at least interested in multitasking. If you don't do that, then this game would definitely not be for you.
Right. And some people say some people say I can't multitask. My old coworkers used to say that all the time. I'm going to dismantle these doors. When you dismantle them instead of dumping them, it just takes them apart and it keeps them for later. Actually, you know what I need? I need a storage area. Now that I talked about storage, I'm just gonna put my storage area outside for now. All of the all of the pieces that they have that they can't put anywhere right now, they'll put there. And what happens is the under objects, like see, I just dismantled those two doors, so it tells me that I have two, so I can use the two that I have before I start buying more. I need to finish this reception also. No one ever really uses the desk, so I'm just gonna put the desk down here. Um, an office chair, which never sits quite center, and I'm gonna put in two tables. Okay.
What are these people outside with the flashlights?
Oh, it was just because it's dark. There was I only have these workers. So when it was dark outside, then they have the flashlights because there's no lights out here.
Oh, okay.
You can take extra lights because when they build and then they start placing stuff, they'll remove lights. So when you're in objects, if you have extra lights, it'll tell you that there too.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so I have I have this stuff in here, but I need power to go to here, and I need water to go to there. So I'm going to go to utilities. Um, these need to be direct connected. So it's not like these, like this right here. Anything in here, because of these little tendrils coming out, it will power like the lights and stuff that doesn't need direct connection. But you can see this thing right here means it needs a direct connection. So that I need to build a power cable to go directly to it. The stoves connected because they're right next to a power cable already.
So this green screen is like your
It's
power
the it's
screen.
your utilities. And now when I press the thing to do the water pipe, it changes because now I'm on water instead of power.
Okay.
So I'm building a small. I don't know how far it's gonna go, but I'll build a small pipe and see if it goes far enough to for that sink to work. So they're gonna build that. I'll stay here for a minute so you can see. Now you can see the water flowing through the pipe.
Yeah.
After a while, it stops. So you have to be mindful of that. But
Uh huh.
so one reason why you want your kitchen to be close to the front is because you receive deliveries of the food. So you want them to be able to get the food in there in order to cook. Because if you don't have enough food, they will fight, and they will fight.
And
They will fight a
you
lot.
don't want you don't want the food delivery guys to have to go like through the prison areas.
Right. Well, they won't really attack them. Most of the time, they will attack your staff, but
Yeah.
but it's really your cooks will actually go get the food. The delivery people will drop the stuff off, and then just they will drop the stuff off and then just put it there.
Okay.
They added that later because before it was just your workmen. Your workmen would actually go and do the deliveries and take your garbage away and all of that kind of stuff. But if your workmen were busy building something, then it took forever. So what they did was they added the delivery driver will get out and start unloading stuff if no one else is available, because there's only one line that this lane is the only lane they will use. So if you're waiting for all of your deliveries to be dropped off, but you're waiting for something else, all of the stuff will be stacked up all the way to here. Because the other lane is only used for like your emergencies when you have to call in the fire department, or when you have to call in the paramedics, or you have to call the riot guards.
So your day and night cycles are like
It's pretty is almost like
it's pretty
normal.
quick.
Yeah. All right. So, because now I have all of this stuff unlocked because well, he's almost finished with education. Um, I need to start getting some of this other stuff taken care of. So I need micromanagement taken care of. I need an extra grant. I don't necessarily need a bank loan right now, but eventually I'm going to need prison labor, cleaning, and groundskeeping. But you can see these are flashing because I don't have an office for him yet. If I don't have an office for him, he can't do the research. But I'm queuing it up anyway. So I need deployment, I need intelligence, I need patrols. I'll do remote access later, and then I'll do surveillance later. All right. Okay. So I need to finish this. I need to finish this shit. I got to build a yard now. So I'm going to, instead of doing a doing a foundation, I'm just going to build the walls for the yard. So I'll just build the walls out. And like I said, I usually build around my yard because I don't want people to be able to throw stuff in. So I'm going to do that. And then I am going to go to objects and put a large jail door right here. Now I'll probably move this later and then put two doors on the outsides for the people coming from here and people coming from elsewhere, but that's going to work for me for now.
Right. Yeah, you were telling me that before.
Yeah. All right. I need to designate this room as a yard. I do not need anything. The only thing that the yard needs is to be enclosed. At least a 5 by 5 space, and it needs to be enclosed. And it needs to be secure. So you can't have it to where anyone can just access it. And I could have just built a fence, but because it's connected to this, see, I hate when you do quick build and it builds brick when you're building in concrete. The console version lets you select what you're building out of. And then if, eventually I'm going to put some stuff in the yard. I'll put some benches. I'll put some weights stuff. Actually, I put a couple of those things in now. I'm running low on money though, so I'll put a bench here. I'll put a bench there, and
How do you get more money?
Right now, grants. Um,
Okay.
and then when you start accepting prisoners, you get a little bit of money per day based off of the prisoners you have, but you get a big chunk of money. Like, see, for your intake, it tells you this you get this payment per prisoner when you intake them. When they come in, you get that money per prisoner. And even though you don't get a whole lot from minimum security, one good thing about minimum security is they can get paroled faster. If they get paroled, then you get if they get paroled early, you get $3,000.
Hmm.
The further along you go, the longer they're going to be in your prison, and the less likely, if especially with MaxSec, the less likely they're going to be paroled, and that's how you can stack money pretty fast.
Right.
All right, so I got that taken care of. I need two guards and two cooks, but I really need to wait until I really need to wait until I'm ready to bring prisoners in. So I'm going to go to my reports. Now this has all of your information that you need, all of the staff that you have. It tells you your prisoners when you have some. It tells you which level they are and everything. Your intake is how you tell them how many prisoners you would like. Normally, I do a field capacity because if someone dies or if someone gets paroled, it automatically sets the next person to come in.
Hmm.
But or you can tell it that you want a total amount of prisoners because you can overcrowd the holding cells. Or you can say a number per day, or you can say accept everybody. So if I do all available, it's going to give me all of those people in 7 hours. But we're not going to do that because that's stupid. Um, Jobs. This has a list of all of the things that your staff has to do. So if you get stuck on something, or if a workman or somebody gets stuck, you have an idea of what they're supposed to be doing right now. Needs, when you hire a psychologist and you have prisoners, it tells you what they need, and is based off of the I think it's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It tells you who needs rest, who needs to go to the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. It gives you an idea. So if your players, if your prisoners start kicking off, and just regular prisoners start kicking off, you can see why. Like, you can see, oh, they're not getting enough sleep.
What do you mean by kicking off?
Uh, just start fighting
Oh, okay.
because they will absolutely kick off. Your regime here is how you tell them what they should be doing, and you can change this however you want to. So setting up their eat times and all that kind of stuff, you change all of that stuff here, and you can change it depending on which level they are. Policy is how you decide how they're going to be punished. And I won't get into this until we're into the game a little bit, and I actually have prisoners and blah 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 whatever. So I won't worry about this right now. But I did. It does say if they murder somebody, they go to max, and then you can tell them whether they get solitary or lockdown. I usually just go straight to solitary because in the beginning you only have holding cells, and if they go to lockdown, they still get locked down with everybody else.
What if they're like your boy in the other game to where solitary or lock?
You cut out.
What if they're like your boy in your other game to where solitary or lockdown doesn't work for them?
It's not really effective for people who have that trait, but it still gets them out of the way when they're kicking off, and a lot of times they won't kick off again until they're back out into the population.
Oh, okay.
All right, so grants, I'm probably gonna need the well-being. I think I should do the well-being, and then I need the staff well-being. Yep. And then afterwards, I'll because I have three now. I'll do the short term and long term investments. That one you just put some money to it. You pay $5,000, but you get 16 in return, or you pay $5,000. Well, both of them you pay five and you get 16, but the amount of time is different.
Hold on 1 second, dude.
Yep.
What's up, Ricky? We just his little fan. Um, it doesn't blow anymore. Well, we can try it, and if it's no, she just wouldn't turn on the fan.
Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build my other offices, and then I will build around them so I can enclose them a little bit. So I'm going to build six offices because eventually you do need six
Why specifically six?
because of all of these people. The warden, one, two, three, four, five, and no, I don't necessarily need six because I forgot the psychology should probably be inside of your. It should be inside of your prison. So technically, I only really need five, but I'm building them anyway just so I can have the reference because I'm going to close off this building.
What were the ones to where it was flat? Okay. Is it too loud? Scar?
What?
Is it too loud?
What's too loud?
Then it's not too loud. She just turned the fan on.
Okay. No, you're right. Okay, so I expanded the office block, and then I'm going to put a staff door here.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll explain what I did after. Rooms. I'm going to build. Uh, do I have a staff room? This thing is always super crazy to try to find what you're looking for. I don't think I have it yet. Okay, let's hire my people. Security chief, foreman. Uh, I can't find it. Am I tripping or is the staff room just not here? Oh, it's right there where my. Don't tell nobody. Only y'all saw that. No one else saw that.
I have returned.
Okay, so I'm about to get all of these things done. I'm about to get all of the. I'm about to get all of these grants done, and I'm about to get 30 G's. All right, so in order to do this, I just need to hire 2 guards and 2 cooks. But I need 5 guards without assigned duties in order to do this one because I built the staff room. I expanded this building and I enclosed it. So the staff room, all you need is a drinks machine and a wide sofa. They don't even actually use either of these, but you need them for in order to build the room. So that's with the staff well-being, and then is make sure none of the staff is exhausted. So I need 5 guards without assigned duties. I need 2 doctors, and then I need 2 cooks. So if I hire all of those people, and I'm probably going to fire one of the doctors. So 2 doctors, grant completed. 5 guards. One, two, three, four, five, and then 2 cooks. So that's done. 2 cooks, and that's done. And I'm going to fire this guy. He
You're
got the
already firing people?
Yeah, because in order to do that, I need I'm gonna pause this for a second. In order to do that, I needed to hire 2 doctors, but you don't need 2 doctors at this point.
Oh, okay.
So this one, and I already hired all of the people that I need for here, including the psychologist, which I'm eventually going to move his office, but I'll move his office into the actual prison because they can actually have like therapy sessions and shit.
Okay.
But I needed this for now, so I'll just leave this alone. Either that, or I'll make sure that this area is blocked off, and I'll put a door so that they can access him through here.
What's your end game? Is there like an end game to where you say that you've beat the game?
No, not really.
Okay. I didn't know if all of a sudden the whole world was cured of violence and
No, you just keep building until you're ready to move on and do something else.
okay.
But I mean, like, for me, it's expanding through all of this stuff. Bless you.
Thank you.
Is expanding through all of this stuff, and then eventually, doing like separate buildings, um, having stuff for like protective custody and all of that kind of stuff. Like that's it's up to you. Like they gave you the tools, but it's up to you to use them.
Right.
How much time have we used?
Um, we we got on at about 5, but we didn't really start getting really going until we're 6:24 right now.
Okay, so we'll stop this at 6:30. Cool with you?
Okay. Yeah, that's cool with me.
And the stream's still going strong.
Yep.
Okay, so what do I need in order to get prisoners? What do I need left in order to get prisoners? I'm going to do prison maintenance. I'm going to do visitation rights, and I can wait on that one. I'll do the long term investment. All right, so really, only thing left right now that we need, which I probably should have thought of this before now, I need a visitation area. I normally don't put my visitation area back here because they have to walk through all of this. But what
Uh huh.
I'm gonna build a visitation back here. And I'm gonna build the old style visitation. So I'm gonna do a foundation concrete, even though every time I build something, it builds it in brick, bastards. Um, so I'm gonna build that room. I'm gonna put a normal door on it, and see, this is my last door that I don't have to pay for. Every other door after this, I gotta pay for. All right, unpause it, and I need a common room. Is there a quick build for a common room? Classroom, common room. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a big ass common room. I'm going to leave enough space. I'm gonna put this at the end of the building here. I'm gonna leave enough space for a hall. Shit, I don't. I need one more space over though. I'm gonna put the common room here. Is this the same size? Yes. Put the common room there. So in order for them to access the common room, they have to go through the yard. That'll be fine. Common room is where they can hang out and stuff like that, but also
Mm-hmm.
the chairs and stuff makes it so that you can hold your AA meetings and all of that kind of stuff there.
Oh, okay.
Um, and staff. Let's see. Can I do? I can do. I'm gonna do hire at least two janitors and one gardener in order to do prison maintenance. Gardener, two janitors because this place is filthy. I mean, absolutely
Mm-hmm.
filthy. But you build different rooms in order to make the prisoners work. So you're gonna be able to get the prisoners to work and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I forgot I gotta run some power through there. Utilities. I gotta keep an eye on my power. I probably should build a couple more capacitors. You can only build the capacitors really to surround this thing. So they're gonna build that. They're cleaning up a little bit. I think once I build visitation, we're ready to open this prison. Yeah. All right. So rooms, visitation. You can see every time I unlock something, it unlocks more rooms. So you can see I have way more rooms than I had before. So that's visitation. Visitation only needs a. Oh, I clicked on that. Um, only needs a visitor table. Really doesn't need really anything more than that. I built that just right. Yay me. I'm gonna put this up one. There we go. And it's probably a good idea for me to get my metal detectors in now. Two there, two there. I need two here, and I need two here. Now those are going to start sapping some of my power. They're really going to start sapping power, and I need to run power to those. I don't have power close enough to those. They need direct access, so that will power those. Metal detectors helps you out because when they bring stuff in, it'll now be scanned, and even they'll try to smuggle stuff through the food.
Uh huh.
The when they bring in new food and stuff like that, it'll set off the metal detectors, and so I have two sets right here to try to catch them. If they miss the first one, they'll get the second one, and then I have the metal detectors. I should have some right here also because that's where the prisoners are going to go when they leave the canteen. That is a better idea. I'm gonna keep two sets. Now it does slow them down, which is the only part. When they get through there, they slow down a little bit. But you really want them because they will take silverware and stuff like that from the canteen in order to try to dig out.
And they can use silverware
To
as shields and stuff too.
yes. What happened? Oh, the metal detector set off the metal detector, so the guard had to come search it. All right, so looks like we're ready to open. So now I go to my intake. The intakes always happen at 8 a.m.
Hmm.
So intake, we're gonna do minimum sec. Do I have a capacity? No, because that's a holding cell. If I change it to a shared cell, then it'll actually give me a capacity.
Well,
Rooms.
you said there's a fence and stuff. Can the prisoners go outside in wooded area?
They are they can, but I'm about to change that to staff only because I got my deployment and stuff set up. Um, where was I? I need a dormitory. There we go. So now I have a capacity of 14. Hold on, wait. Ooh, I wanted just minimum. I don't want. It says minimum and normal. I had to change my rate. Oh, that's what it is. No, I want all minimum. You can change the ratio of how many ones that you want when you're using multiples. But I want all minimums. Okay. There we go. And it was almost look, it was I had 39 minutes and basically it's seconds, but I'm on 3 times speed. Um so when that happens, a bus will bring them in, load them off, and then the guards will come out. There we go. And then you see I got 4,200 from that. They get taken off here. They get brought in this room, and they automatically get searched and stripped. And you can see that guy had that guy had alcohol. That guy had pills. Oh, I forgot. I don't have any solitaire. That might be something to build. Where can I build some solitaire? I'm gonna build some solitaire right here. Can I quick build? Solitary cell. It's a little big, but I'm gonna need them. So
So that's why it was day night seemed really fast because you had it on free.
yes, base is basically the what you call it. It's the Grand Theft Auto thing where your minutes are seconds,
Okay.
or maybe slightly faster than that. But let's go back to this, and like they're gonna get strip searched and stuff like that. And I need to go to policy and change all of these to solitary. If you do anything, you get solitary. You get caught doing anything, you get solitary. I'll bump up the times and all of that kind of stuff later, but let's get them on solitary so that we don't have
It
to.
would have to be faster than that because day is like 20. It
Yeah,
was.
I think it's faster. I was tripping. I thought it was, but yeah, it's faster. And because the prison is open now, these doors automatically lock, and they don't have access. You have to a guard has to open the doors for you now. All right, I got to get power and water in there. Small pipe. I will eventually make a block for the what you call it. I'll make a block for the solitary, but for now it'll be fine right here because I'm gonna go to deployment. I am going to go to staff only, and I'm going to select all of the outside area as staff only. So if there's any prisoner in out there, they will immediately arouse suspicion and be searched. And you can see the fog of war means nobody is in. No, none of my people are in the common room. I don't
Hmm.
have any guards or anything in there, so I can't see what's going on there at all.
Right.
So what you do is go to deployment. You can do a regular deployment where you just say, "Hey, I want a guard in here at all times because I want one in there. I want one in there." And then for guard patrols, what you want, I want a guard to walk up and down this hallway.
So you don't recommend fog of war to
Not
do
when
the
you're learning. No,
yeah.
not at all. And then you select those lines, and then you click on one of them, and now I have a guard that's assigned to walk up and down there. And now they're eating and stuff like that. And I haven't changed the regime or anything like that because I have a psychologist and I have people now. You can go to needs and it tells you they had a comfort need that's going down right now. Some people need drugs and alcohol. And then when they get sleepy, that'll go up, and then when they're actually asleep, the thing will go down because so now people have to go to the bathroom, but they can't go to the bathroom just yet. So when they're finished, then when they start being able to go to the bathroom, then that'll go down. Or they're probably asleep. Or you see people are going to the bathroom. You see the bar. And the fog of war also means when they're inside of this dormitory, because I don't have a guard or anybody in there, I can't see what's going on in there at all.
Right.
Oh, I need another TV, and I need some more phone booths so I can do this grant. So objects. I need.
Can they have conjugals?
No, they cannot. Not so far. 5 phone booths, and I need a TV. Um, I'll just put a TV right here.
Yeah, I was about to say this is Oz the game.
Yeah, I'll move those chairs around later. But yep, okay. See, now I got that, and now it also tells me that there's a family that's waiting to visit, and usually they're in the visitation waiting. Oh, I need to put a guard in there. I need to hire. I'm gonna hire another guard, and then deployment. I'm gonna station him in there.
Because the family could send stuff in, right?
Yeah, the family can bring stuff, cell phones, drugs, weapons, any of that. The families can bring. See, that's the family that's coming to visit.
Mhm.
Somebody started to kick off. I probably got somebody here that I shouldn't have here. But yeah, so they're waiting to visit. They come hang out for a little bit, and then they leave, and the visit's over. And then that's why I said I like the PC version better than the which call because you can see this at all times. I can
Yeah.
see that I have more prisoners than in the meals when the meals are made. It tells me how many I have. So that tells me how many prisoners are actually getting fed. And then all of this stuff is not stuff that you see on your normal screen when you're on console. And
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the most important thing. And then when I have stuff people that are up for parole and all of that kind of stuff, it shows up here and it reminds you that you need to build a parole room.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there. This is what we've built so far. There's still a lot to do, but we got the basics down. But eventually, we need to get all of the rooms and stuff straight. We need to get places for them to work. We probably need to get either just get regular cells or get another holding cell where I can increase the number and build from there. I think this is a decent start. It is not a very pretty start, and I'm probably going to play for a little bit because I want to fix all of these walls and make them all concrete like they're supposed to be.
Mhm.
So the next time we play, Next time we play, all of this stuff will be well, at the very least, the walls will be changed. And if I have enough money, I might actually put down like some different flooring and stuff like that. But you usually want to wait on the flooring. I'll do the long term and short term investment. That'll probably be the only grants that I do because everything. Yeah, see, I'll do this grant so I can remember that I need to build all that stuff, a laundry, a kitchen, and a cleaning cupboard. Um, the laundry and the kitchen are basically self-explanatory that they can you can have them work in the kitchen, and then the cleaning cupboard basically a group of them gets together and then they walk around cleaning while they're on work.
And you can make money off of their jobs.
You make money. No, how you really make the money? You make the money off of a workshop. A workshop basically they make planks out of wood, and you can
Hmm.
have a forestry, and your gardener tend to the forestry so you can get wood. They'll cut the wood. You can either sell the wood planks, you can sell the wood straight up, or you can train somebody in order to make beds, and they will take the wood and make beds. And then the other part of the workshop, they will cut and press metal in order to make license plates, and you sell the license plates. They used to be very, very lucrative in order to get them on that. But it doesn't get you as much money as it used to. It used to be when people used to play this game, all they did was just make sure that they got to the point where they could build a workshop, and then they just caked up. So, yeah, um, I think that's it. Um, this is Scarcasm live or stream. And of what you got anything you want to say to the people? Where they can find our persona stuff.
Yeah, you can find that at twitch.tv/awaken heathen, and you can find the after the fact videos on my YouTube, which is youtube.com/awaken heathen. And I guess we can say the times and the live times you want to stick with.
No, we
Stick,
we because we're still working on times
yeah,
because
yeah, times are tough
yeah, times
because
times are tough.
you can see right now, and you're like, dear, in the unless it's after hours, just a little bit more. Maybe might need to get up every now and again, whatnot. If we
Right,
do it a little bit later, it's harder because sometimes you might need to be spending some quality time with the lady.
right. So
But
so, so we got it. We
yeah,
can get it. It's cool. I got you. All right, so that's it for the stream. Thank you for everyone who has checked us out or will in the future. We had fun doing this, or I had fun. Chase
yeah.
sounded like he was bored most of the time. Um, but
Well, I have fun because it is cool, and I'm interested in seeing how it like develops over time to where you can go look at this video and be like, oh man, look at this. We just had like one little room here. Then you look at the last video and it's like this. You have this empire.
right. Because eventually I want a situation to whereas I'm not just building here. Like I would love to expand. You can buy all of this area. You can expand across the way, and either I would put like protective custody or I would do maximum security across here. And you're basically building all of this stuff again, but changing your thing to max sec only and stuff like that. So it's so much to do, so much to learn. I need more guards. I probably should go ahead and hire 10 guards, because you can see it tells you how many guards you have versus how many guards are free and not doing anything.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's not
It'd actually be a cool video if you like downloaded the videos and then like if this is an hour and a half, you actually speed it up to where that hour and a half is actually a minute and a half. Put all the videos together in this like time lapse video. Be pretty cool too.
you know what you can do that as much as you want to. I ain't gonna budge. All right, so let's go ahead and end this. Thank you for checking us out. This is Sarcasm Live Stream, and we're out of here. Peace.
All right.